nothing to be sorry about. Nothing. Not your fault.
Don't lie and say that it's not true, because I know that you want to have a child. But I can't give you one, sweetheart. Now, there's only one thing to do. We should get a divorce.
Hope you like your tea strong, because I think I left the tea bag in a little too long. Andrew? Some hot tea?
Thank you, Marty. Thanks.
Is there anything else you need?
No. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know who gave this so-called doctor the right to experiment on my wife.
Andrew.
No, I really, I would like to know who he thinks he is, you know, because he's sure not going to get away with it.
Oh, Jesse. Jesse, Jesse, Jesse. Jesse? Jesse, I can hear that thing from here. You know you're going to go stone deaf if you're not careful. Hey, no, come back, please. Jessica, do you have any idea what that is doing to your hearing?
Oh, please. Dorian's trial's over for the day, so now you gotta spend some quality time with me.
Nora, what is going on?
I know it's late for visiting, but I needed to talk to you about something.
What?
I just got a day postponement in this.
No, absolutely not.
Dorian.
Nora, you listen to me. I don't want this trial going on 1 second longer than it has to, and I don't want to stay in this hellhole 1 day longer. Now,
even if
please.
that day is spent following up the best break yet.
Break? In my case?
From now on, we got to promise that no one partner can make any kind of financial decision without the written consent of the other two. I also think that we ought to draw up some kind of a document and sign off on it to make this decision binding.
A lot of small businesses run their finances like this, Max. It's really no big deal.
No big deal. Nope.
What do you think I am, stupid? You don't think I don't see what you're suddenly trying to do here? I thought I knew who my real friends were. I don't believe this. You don't trust me, do you? Do you?
This has nothing to do with...
No, you listen to me. My two partners, and you listen real good. I am sick and tired of you jumping to conclusions about what I am up to and passing judgment. So don't you try and tell me that this is not about trust.
Max,
if this isn't about trust, then just what is it about? Huh?
Ease off, Max. All we are trying to do here is set up the kind of precautions
that what?
The kind of precautions that, quite frankly, we should have had from the beginning. All businesses handle their finances like this.
All businesses. Oh, you know this for a fact.
Sure, the only reason
But don't try and snow me. This is not a decision about how the business should be run. This is all about me making a bad choice on a stock investment. I made a mistake. But you two, my very good friends, can't tolerate it.
Wait a minute, where do you get off making us the bad guys? You're making us the villains.
You goody two-shoes perfectionists. You can't handle a little risk. After I don't come up a winner one time, just one time. You're like a couple of grandmothers, that's what it is. You're just pathetic.
Will you just slow down here just a minute?
No, wait, you listen to me. Did you hear this? I come to you and I admit I made a mistake. And what do I get in return, huh? You guys are freaking out and tying up this business tighter than Fort Knox.
You're making it sound like we're trying to punish you. That is not what is going on here at all.
Yeah, well, that's the way it feels from where I'm standing.
Max, we're sorry. You're not reading this right.
Oh, okay, great. Now you don't even trust me to know what is what? Come on, man, Luna. You're on my case all the time to tell the truth. I tell the truth. What happens? I get a big kick in the teeth.
That is not what is going on here at all. We are just trying to fix things so we can carry on with business.
Oh, is that what's going on here?
Yes?
And that's all.
Well, we're worried about you. Cord and I are.
You're worried? Yeah, of course you are. Because I have a problem. Well, I got news for the two of you. I'm not the one with the problem.
You don't have a problem, huh, Max?
Ooh, no way.
Then why can't you go to Wanda's for a cup of coffee without finding an excuse to place a bet?
Marty, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean. I mean, I know how much something like that upsets you.
I'm fine.
I scared you. I know I did.
I'm fine. You didn't. I understand why you're angry.
I didn't mean to upset you. I'm just angry. I'm so angry at this doctor.
I know, so am I.
It's hard to understand how someone could do that and fill somebody with all those false hopes when what she really needs, all Cassie needs, is to just face the truth.
She just wasn't ready to accept the fact that she can't have children, and she was vulnerable.
I don't understand, what he's doing there. He hands out this miracle cure, and now she's in the hospital with this poison inside of her, and she's not one step closer to dealing with any of this.
Yeah, but when she's ready to come to terms with it, you will be there, and her friends. Okay? She won't have to go through this alone.
Her friends will be there, that's true.
And you will be there, too.
She doesn't want me there.
What? Look, Andrew, if she said something to hurt you or something, she's been under so much pressure.
She told me that she wants to get a divorce. I figured that's what you'd say.
She's not serious.
I was looking in her eyes. She meant it. Doesn't want me in her life. So am I supposed to help her now?
Jessica, take those things off. Now turn that thing off, please. Thank you. Please come in. I need to talk to you. Jessie, your father told me what you said. That you were going to run away. I think he said your exact words were, for good, if I marry Sloan. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, it's true. It's bad enough you and Dad don't live together anymore. I mean, it's bad enough you and some judge have to live here half the time. And to top everything off, you're marrying someone I hate.
Oh, now hold it, Jessie. Honey, we've had this conversation. You don't hate Sloan.
Oh, yes, I do. I mean, I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't help it. I hate him.
Jesse, I really don't know what to say.
Say you won't marry him. Please.
Max, what's stopping you? Go ahead. Take the money. Go ahead.
I can't do this.
Max, why not?
Look, Blair, we have a history. It's just not a good idea for me to be in debt to you, okay?
Blair, what might you be doing here?
I'm looking for Cord,
He isn't here yet.
but you're expecting him.
Yes, later. We're going to be discussing some family matters. Perhaps I can give him a message when he gets here?
No, thank you, Renee. I'll wait, assuming that's no problem for you.
No, no problem.
Good.
Goodness, you're looking a little glum.
I'm feeling pretty glum.
This pressing business matter, might it take you out of town?
Cord and I have a mutual friend who's having a few problems, and I thought he might be able to tell me how he's doing.
That wasn't bad. That was a joke. A stupid little joke. What is the matter with you two? It's a stupid joke, a lousy 20 bucks. You're acting like... You're acting like I was trying to desecrate the flag.
Oh, that is not what we are saying at
Yeah,
all.
why don't you tell that to Watchdog Roberts here? And excuse me, I do not care to live my life to your straight and narrow standards, okay?
Hey, you got something to say to me, Max? I'm right here. Come on, get it up.
You want something to say? You know what? On my free time when I'm in Juana's, it's none of your damn business.
We're not talking about your free time. We're talking about your addiction, your sickness,
Oh,
you know?
for crying out loud,
Affecting
live it out.
every single one
No,
of your
the only
business
problem I got is in your head.
Our business decisions.
You know what? You may have hit on something here. You know, instead of looking at me and you two thinking what a screw-up I am,
That is not
you know
what
what?
you think.
You know what? Maybe we need to rethink a few things here. Like maybe our whole agreement.
Our whole agreement?
Yeah.
What are you getting at now, Max?
All
What are you
right,
trying to
all
say?
right, stop it right this minute now. I think, Cord, you need to leave us alone for a minute while I want to talk to him, and I think that we all need to calm down before we say something that we're going to be really sorry for in the morning.
I think that's a real good idea, Lena. If you'll excuse me.
How can you do this?
Do what, Max?
Cord is trying to turn you against me. And you're just letting him do it.
And how did this miraculous break happen to fall into your lap?
Well, as I get carried away, there's very little that happens in criminal law that I would ever call miraculous, not by any stretch of the imagination.
What is it?
I got a phone call. Do you mind if I talk to my client alone for a minute?
I really shouldn't.
Gladys, please. Just... Thank you.
So, who is this person who called you?
A guy.
What guy?
Well, that's just it. I don't know who he is. He didn't identify himself.
Well, what did he say?
He told me that I should go to Oregon and meet with a man named Chapin. Do you know him?
Mm-hmm.
He was Victor Lord's butler at the time of Victor's death. I'm sorry, Dorian. I'm having a very hard time sort of interpreting what this reaction is here. Is this news good, bad, or indifferent to you?
I have no idea.
Does this man Chapin know anything at all about Victor's death?
I have no idea.
Was he around the night That Victor died?
You mean in the hospital? I wouldn't think so, but... Hey, he was the butler. He should have been at Landfair, but I don't know.
Who in the world would have called me with this information? I mean, who is this mystery man?
I don't know. Really? Nora, I'm telling you, I've got no idea.
Dorian, I swear, if this is one of your little screwy pranks to help out your case...
Wait a minute, hold it right there. Why would I have any need to do something like that when I've got a lawyer like you? Really? You did a great job dethroning Queen Victoria today in the courtroom. I'm sure we've got the prosecution running for cover.
Dorian, this is only the beginning. I mean, the whole case, we don't even know which way the case would go once Ethel Crawford takes this stand. Which is exactly why I need to know more about this Chapin person. Now, what exactly was your relationship with this man?
I did get the distinct impression that he wasn't one of my most ardent admirers.
At the time, was he more in Vicky's camp than yours?
Yes. Yes, that's it.
What?
How do we know that this isn't a trap that Vicky laid in our path?
Well, to be frank, we don't, but we still have to check this out.
It is really so strange.
Yes, well, I don't like playing cat and mouse with Mr. X any more than you do, but that doesn't mean he won't end up helping us, helping our case. And to be perfectly honest, Dorian, our case needs all the help it can get.
I really wish that you wouldn't say things like that.
Fine. I'll just say goodbye.
Where are you going?
Oregon.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Jessica, I am going to marry Sloan. And I hope that in time you will become comfortable with that.
I'm never gonna be comfortable about you marrying him.
Baby, I don't understand.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jessie, I need your help, all right? I'd like you to explain to me why your feelings about Sloan have changed so much. I mean, you used to get along with him just fine, didn't you? And he hasn't changed. He's still the same person he was before. He is warm and caring, and he cares about you. What happened to make you so angry with him?
I'm not angry at him.
Then who are you angry with?
No one, I guess.
Jessie, it's all right. You can tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I just thought things would go back, you know, forget it.
Jessie, you thought that your father and I would eventually get back together again, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, after the accident, Dad was so sick, and you're always going down, flying down to see him and stuff, and I thought for sure you'd change your mind.
About the divorce?
Yeah.
And now it's gone through.
Yeah. There's not even a chance.
No, Jessie, there isn't. I'm afraid not.
I never thought it was really gonna happen. I never thought you married Sloan instead of Dad.
Oh, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this is hurting you so much.
I know you didn't mean to.
No, I didn't. But you know, you don't have to be so understanding, sweetheart. It's okay for you to be angry with me.
I'm not.
Oh.
Vicky, sorry I'm late. I stayed behind at the courthouse. Excuse me.
So really, Renee, how is CJ and Sarah doing? How do they seem to you?
Darling, they seemed their normal, happy selves. They didn't certainly say anything about Todd Manning or seem to have any leftover anxiety about what happened with him.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, yes, indeed. But there is something not pleasant that I have to tell you.
Now what?
There's someone here to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, Cord.
Evening, Blair.
Will you join me? I've been waiting to talk to you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Is something wrong?
No, just a bad day, that's all. Just a really, really bad day.
Well, I can tell. Is there anything an old friend can do to help?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm sure everything is gonna be all right. I'm sorry, what did you need to talk to me about?
Oh, well, I'm just concerned about Max. I ran into him earlier, and, well, Cordy seemed upset. And I was wondering maybe if you knew what was going on. Look, I don't mean to pry into his private life. I just can't help caring about him, you understand?
Yeah, we just got some business problems, that's all.
Oh.
Listen, if you don't mind my asking, where exactly did you run into old Max today? It wasn't a Wild Rose Club by any chance, was it?
Max, nobody is trying to turn me against you, or even could, while we're on the subject, but that has nothing to do with what I am talking about here.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's because I was ready to take risks that we even have Serenity Springs in the first place. I mean, do you remember that? Hmm?
Yes.
Do you remember it?
Yes, I remember that.
Risk-taking is part of doing business. You ought to know that by now. And, as you should also know, Ms. Loveline, it is the biggest, the best, and the scariest part of love.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you, I agree with you on the scariest. I just don't know about the biggest and the best.
You don't? You don't remember everything I went through so that we could be together. You don't remember all the chances I took, not the least of which being climbing out of a burning tower with your arms around my neck.
You know I remember all that. And I love that daredevil in you just as much as I love any other part of you.
Yeah?
This is different.
This is going to be the old gambling problem conversation again, isn't it?
Could you just listen to me for a minute? Do you think you could? Just listen to me. Do you think that you might possibly have a problem?
Oh, gee, yeah, let me consider this. Oh, yeah, wow. Well, after careful consideration, I've come to the conclusion that, no, I don't have a problem. Maybe you ought to look in the mirror, huh? What is with you? You just keep harping on this thing.
Harping?
Yeah, harping. You and Cord, you got this idea in your head. What was it? You just won't let it go. You're like a couple dogs with a bone. Get this. I'm okay. You're not. You know, you two have been blowing this whole thing out of proportion. So maybe you two should consider that you've got the problem, huh? And as for me, look, I'm not spending another minute of my life wasted on this pathetic little fantasy of yours.
You wait. Where are you going? Max!
Okay, well, I guess I better head back to Grandpa's house. Got a lot of work to do.
Jessica, Jessie, I'll drive you there, all right?
No, Dad's picking me up. That's him right now.
My timing couldn't have been worse.
It wasn't you.
Well, it certainly felt that way. I was quite a chill Jessica left me with.
Well, I think you have to bear the brunt of it because I think it's probably a lot easier for her to be angry with you than with either one of her parents. I don't know. She's so...
She's angry. Yes, of course. You said that. She's angry.
It's more than that. She's so fragile. Everything she's ever built her whole life on has turned out to be shifting sand instead of rock.
I'd be angry, too.
And I just can't get through to her. She won't talk to me. Just then, just for an instant, I started to. I mean, I got a glimpse of my old Jessie, my little girl, but then...
Then I walked in.
No.
Oh, I can take the truth.
Yes. I'm sorry, but that's what happened.
Maybe it's just as well right now. As you say, it's easier for her to be angry with me, and at least she's expressing the anger. She's not sitting on a powder keg.
Doesn't make me feel a lot better.
Well, not much would right now, of course not.
I can't get through to her. No matter what I try, it doesn't work. I just can't get through to her.
Darling, time. You've got to give it time.
You just have to be patient.
I'm patient. I'm trying to be patient. I'm also human. I mean, how long can somebody push you away before you finally decide to just stay away? Okay, look, just forget I said that, all right? It's the last thing I want to happen. I'm frustrated. I don't know how to make any of this any better, and I'm frustrated.
Then don't let it stay this way. Go back to Cassie and talk to her.
You're smart. About a lot of things, but especially about people, you're very smart.
I learned it from my good friend, the Reverend. Why don't you give Cassie a call?
Yes, Cassie Carpenter's room, please. It's her husband, Andrew. Well, is she sleeping or? Well, I need to talk to her. No, I understood what you said. I really need to talk. All right, thank you.
What happened?
She doesn't want to talk to me.
What?
She left specific instructions that she doesn't want to talk to me.
So what's the problem? I mean, I asked you a simple question. Did you see Max over at Ace's Casino today?
No.
Okay, no.
Cord, there were other places in Landview other than the casino. I ran into Max over at Wanda's after the trial.
At Wanda's?
Yeah, Wanda's. What's the big deal?
Listen, you didn't happen to notice if Max was... Well, if he was acting strange in any way.
No stranger than you are acting right this very minute. Now, what's going on?
He didn't by any chance try to make a bet with you?
A bet? You mean like a wager?
Yeah.
No, he didn't try to bet with me. Why would he do something? Why would you even ask something like that, Cord?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just curious, that's all.
You're worried about him, aren't you?
Man, ask you a simple question. You latch on like a pit bull.
Simple question, my eye. Look, I was over at the casino the other day when you came in asking Gary to call you if Max ever came in there. And since when, my friend, do you play babysitter for your business partner?
Well, as I told you then, I think it's best if I just keep that between me and Max for the time being.
Fine. Sure. Case closed.
Whoa. Wait a second. Let me ask you something.
What?
You spent a lot of time over at the Wild Rose Club, right?
So?
What is the big attraction? What makes people want to spend so much time and money over there?
Cord, it's no great mystery there. It's just fun. Simple, harmless fun.
I don't get it.
I know. You either like it or you don't, and you obviously don't.
No, I sure don't.
I tell you what, will you do me a favor? I parked my car way on the other side of the parking lot. I'll take care of this tab, and then will you walk me to the... If it's not too much of an imposition.
Of course not. In fact, it would be nice to go outside and get some fresh air.
Well, great. Let's go.
No. We're doing 1,000 shares. And make sure London gets the order before opening. Did you get the money?
Look, I'm sorry I hit a few snags.
I don't have time for you to hit a few snags,
Look,
Max.
Frank, I said I'm sorry, all right? Now, I just need a little time, a couple of days.
No, listen, I am running out of time. I gotta get that money by tomorrow, early tomorrow, or the firm is gonna go into court. Do you understand? They are gonna freeze your assets. They are going to drag your partners into this. Whatever they can do to get the money. Are you listening to me?
Look, Frank, I think I found out how to get all the money, all right? You just hold tight. I'll call you. Renee.
Look, don't take some nurse's word for it. Maybe she's confused. Maybe she got Cassie mixed up with someone else.
I'm gonna go over to the hospital. I'm gonna talk to Cassie myself. And I mean, even if it was her message, maybe she's feeling differently now.
I think that's a very good idea.
I'll tell you something else I'm gonna do is I'm gonna report this Dr. Astroff to the police first thing tomorrow morning.
If there's something you want me to tell them, please let me know and I'll back you up.
Thank you.
But right now I've got to get home and you've got to get to the hospital.
Right. Listen, Marty, I wanted to thank you for everything.
For nothing.
No. Listen, you helped me tonight.
Night.
Good night. Renee, I need a favor.
Of course, darling, anytime.
This is a big favor.
Just how big is big?
$60,000 big.
Whew. Does Luna know about this problem?
Look, this business venture does not involve Luna, and frankly, I would like to keep her out of it, so I would appreciate it if you don't mention any of this to her, okay?
Max, that's real tough for me. I mean, darling, you know that I would do absolutely anything for you, but Luna's a very good friend of mine, too. I don't want to keep any secrets from her, from you. All right, tell me just a little bit more about this busted venture.
Well, there's really not much to tell. I mean, sunk the money in, the business went belly up.
The business. Does this have anything to do with Aces Club?
Why would you even ask that?
Ordinarily, I wouldn't. Except that I know that you were part of that high-stakes poker game here a couple of days ago. Max, is this a gambling debt?
Another one.
Another one what?
No, just
I'm just asking.
No, just forget it, huh? Forget I even asked.
You know, this day has... I know people say it all the time, but I mean it.
What?
This day has been one of the worst of my whole life.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm glad I could be here to share it with you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's... I mean, it's... For better or worse.
We didn't even take those vows
Well,
yet.
let's call this a test ride. I thank God I could be here with you through all this misery. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
What if I'm wrong about Dorian? I mean it. What if I'm wrong? I mean, what if Nora is right? What if I have been just totally blinded by my own vindictiveness?
What are you talking? There's a mountain of evidence against
Well, I
Dorian.
know that, but it's
The evidence speaks for itself. Vindictiveness has nothing to do with it. Now, stop thinking that way.
Well, I can't help it. I'm thinking about everything now. I've never in my life been so full of doubt.
Darling, your life is tumultuous right now. It's all right if it feels as though the ground is quaking beneath you. It is.
I miss Megan so much.
I know you do.
She would have been an absolute minefield of wit and irony. She'd never let me get away with not laughing. Plus, when she would probably have decked Dory.
Oh, that's a great image. I wish we could see that.
Me too. And you know, I see the teensiest bit of Megan's spirit in Jessica. I mean, that's good and bad, because if Jessie turns out to be half the rebel that Megan was when we first got to know each other, that won't be good.
No one ever said life is a smooth ride.
I know, I just wish Jessie hadn't turned on you.
Things happen.
But I don't see how we can plan a wedding until she comes around.
Well, I've been thinking of doing something that might help things along.
He told me that I should go to Oregon and meet with a man named Chapin. Do you know? Does this man Chapin know anything at all about Victor's death? Was he around the night that Victor died? I'm sorry, Dorian. I'm having a very hard time sort of interpreting what this reaction is here. Is this news good, bad, or indifferent? Who would have called me with this information? I mean, who's this mystery man?
Who is this man? And why would he call Nora?
I'd like an appointment with Nora Gannon first thing tomorrow morning. This can't wait. Out of town, I see. No, thank you. I'll call back then. Great. She's on her way.
Tomorrow is career day at Jessica's school.
Oh, yes, I know that. I'm going to run the booth.
Oh,
for the
that's
banner.
Good. Very good. I have volunteered to man a booth on careers in the military.
Have you really? That's very nice of you.
I just thought if Jessie could see that I'm trying to be a part of her world, maybe she won't think I'm so bad after all.
You are not so bad after all. You're really wonderful. The way you embrace my family, and I know it's not easy.
My sweet, there is no way to embrace you without embracing them. They're very close to your heart.
Thank you. I'm so glad you know that.
I mean it.
I know you do. And I think it's a lovely idea. I think manning a booth there may just be the thing to break the ice with Jessie.
And to top everything else off, Sloan Carpenter is gonna be at career day tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna have to get sick so I don't have to see a stupid little face.
I've got a better idea. Maybe we can make the General's visit to Landview Junior High one he'll never forget. Know what I mean?
I get it. Lorna, you're brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
Meet me first thing tomorrow morning at my grandfather's house. Can work out all the details.
Might take a little longer than a few minutes before homeroom.
So we'll cut class. No big deal. I want to figure out a way really to get him.
Max? Honey, we need to talk this thing through, and I don't want you to walk out on me again.
We'll talk in the morning.
Sugar.
Go to bed. Just go to bed. I'm gonna stay up a while.
Come on. Oh, man. Hello.
Yeah, Miss Max, I've reconsidered.
About the money?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Well, Max, I tell you what, come by tomorrow morning early and to Dorian's apartment, and I'll give you everything you need.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Blair. Thank you.
Feel free to mention it any time. Yes.